Hello, hello, Chelsea fans. How you all doing? Hopefully you're good. Hopefully it's you're looking forward to this one. That's what I'm hoping. Can you hear me all? Hopefully you can. You can hear me. Make sure. Hold on a second. Can you hear me? Hopefully you can, guys. But welcome along. Chelsea away to FC Copenhagen in the Champions League. Champions League, look at me. I'm going all the way back. Dear me. The UEFA Europa Conference League. God, I'm so used to saying Champions League. Honestly. So this is the live match coverage. Chelsea live against Copenhagen. This is live ball by ball match coverage, match commentary. This is not a watch along. If you've never seen this before, then come and tune in. This is not a watch along, as I say. I will be doing actual ball by ball coverage. I've just got to sort out everything that we're left with this particular video. It didn't actually copy it over properly. So make sure you come and say hello in the chat. I have to say the team selection is a bit of a surprise for me. I have to say it's a bit of a surprise. To confirm Chelsea team, as you can see going along the bottom of the screen, Sanchez back in goal. We all knew that. With Chalobah, Tosin, Badiashile, Gusto, Caicedo, Reece James captain, and Dewsbury Hall, Palmer, George, and Maresca gets the start up front tonight. On the bench, Chelsea are strong on the bench. Jorgensen, Bergstrom, Colwill, Achimpong, Cucurella, Amugu, Enzo, Sancho, Neto, Nkunku. Numbers are there if we need them. Giuseppe, how are you, mate? How are you? Hopefully you're good. I hope we do win. If we don't win this competition, it's a failure for me based on the teams left in it. It's an absolute failure. So, what are your predictions, people? Bear with me for 1 second. I've just got to set up. I have to say, as I was just saying there, it's it's a surprise the team selection, and you know this is not an easy game against Copenhagen. They're a strong side at home, and it's just I would have preferred to go full strength in this first leg and really take the game to the opposition and go from there. But yeah, it's a bit of a. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the same? 3-0 Giuseppe, 3-0. Hopefully it's all good. I'll say it's all good. So we're about 12 minutes away from kickoff. Got Eni Aluko and Joe Cole in the studio doing the commentary. Let's get my fan going while I'm here. Hopefully you won't be able to hear the noise. Hopefully you can't hear any noise in the background, which is good. But I'm looking forward to this one. Working early this week, so I can manage to do the commentary. And yeah, so interesting game. This one, it really is. 3-0, Giuseppe says. 3-0 to Chelsea. Hopefully so. I really, really hope it is. But as I say, you've got the team selection. I say Maresca, what a chance for him up front. Copenhagen have got a couple of their big hitters missing as well, by the looks of things, by all accounts. Forgive me, FC Copenhagen fans, if you are tuning and watching at any point. Don't know much about your team, I have to say, because I'm just focused on us and what we're doing. And we've had 9 days since our last game. And it's just, I want to see improvement. I want to see Chelsea really go at this team and hopefully get a good couple of goals, as Giuseppe's saying, get a good few goals, get a good advantage to take back to Stamford Bridge. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. You have to excuse the Ed, an allergic reaction to something I've eaten, I think, and it doesn't look great. Should have put a cap on. What's that noise I'm hearing? Anyway, So, 10 minutes or so away from kickoff. Big game this. If we can get a good couple of goals in this game and take them back to Stamford Bridge in the box seat. I should have went a beret for this one. I've got an allergic reaction on my head, as you can see here. Look, it's not great. I've had to put filters on this, like I've got loads of makeup on. It's not great, but allergic reaction across my head here. I should have put a cap on, but I look stupid wearing caps. Hi, Richard. How are you, mate? Good to see you in. Just to reconfirm Jaburu Joe's little comment. So, yeah, what's your now you guys have seen the team, what are you looking forward to seeing? Good performance, hopefully. Again, I'm watching it on the BT app that I've got and bought and paid for, so will be a minute delayed. Big chance for Dewsbury Hall, obviously for George as well, and Maresca up front. Sanchez back in goal. It looks like a back three. It looks like a 3-4-3 to me. So will it be Chalobah right back and Gusto left back with our usual 4-2-3-1 with James and Casido there? It's all good. No worries, David. It's all good, mate. I appreciate you being here. As I say, thank you. So yeah, so as I say, so it looks like it could be a 4, it could be a 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if Chalobah plays right back, tossing Badiashile and Gusto with Casido, James, Dewsbury Hall, Palmer, George, and Maresca. Dewsbury Hall on the left of the three in behind the striker. What a chance for the goal machine Maresca in the first team tonight. Hopefully, he can deliver. Good couple of goals, which will be good to see for him. Good to see Cole Palmer involved in the Europa Conference League. Hopefully he can get a goal and assist or a couple of them, either way, assists or goals, and just re-spark his form. A lot of criticism at the moment, Mr. Palmer. But based on what he's done since the time he's walked through the door, you can't really moan. You cannot really moan. I know. 4 games in 10 days. I know. Trust me, I know. So it is a big couple of months coming up for Chelsea and for Enzo Maresca and the Chelsea ownership. Was the change made in the summer worth it? We're going to see. If you watch my channel, and I take it you guys do, let me put my light on. Is my light too low? Bit more. There you go. Oh, it makes it even worse. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, I have to try and look at the state of that. I might have to put my cap on. It's bad. Is my cap over here? No, I put it up. Put this up like this. It's be all right, won't it? Do it like this. Live match commentary. Coming from, well, I won't even go into all that. Martin, how are you, mate? Good to see you in. But yeah, my last video, I can't help it. I can't help but be a little bit negative towards what's going to happen to us between now and the end of the season. And I honestly believe we're gonna finish about 7th, 6th, 7th, or 8th. If you look at that Premier League table now, down to the top 10, everyone from 3rd, 2nd, down to 10th is fighting for Champions League. And the way that we have been performing of late, Southampton was different, but apart from that, the way we've been performing of late, I can't see us. I want to. Of course, I want to. It's a club that I love and I've adored for 44 years now, and I want us to finish top 4, but I'm just fearful, let's just say that, of what's going to happen. So teams are in the tunnel. Lots of games going on in the Conference League and in the UEFA in the Europa League, in the Conference League tonight. You got United away at Real Sociedad. Rangers are at Fenerbahce with Jose Mourinho. Spurs are away at AZ Alkmaar. We got ourselves. You got Roma tonight. Bilbao, Ajax, Frankfurt. You got Lazio going on. There's lots and lots, lots and lots. And Martin, I hope they do too, mate. I really do. I really hope they do go out the right mindset. Richard, to the right back, we'll probably finish 8th. And Faisal, hello, mate. Welcome along. Come on, Chelsea. So in the tunnel, waiting to come out. And hopefully we get a good performance and a good result. I really, really hope that we do. So who amongst you guys sat and watched Liverpool get battered last night and then go and nick it? It was literally... Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Thanks, Jabiru Joe. I can always rely on you, mate. Thank you. But talk about robbery. Daylight robbery last night. PSG, for all their impressive possession, their play, creating openings, it's just they were brilliant last night. Just could not score past what's his name in goal and Alisson, and then Liverpool at the death go and pinch it. That's what it's all about. That's what European football's about. Hopefully we won't have that happen to us tonight. Chelsea are wearing the third strip tonight, the black and purple strip tonight with the upside down Nike badge. I like that one, I have to say. Don't see why we can't wear the blue. But Faisal, you're spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. Nothing left as a win is acceptable. For me, it's winning the competition. If we don't win this competition, bearing in mind the no disrespect, but the quality of opposition that's left, there are some teams that are slightly strong. But honestly, if we don't win this competition, it's a failure, isn't it? It's got to be described as a failure, 100%. Has to be. Anyway, teams are walking out. Plenty of Chelsea fans there. Dave, how are you, mate? Good to see you in. Copenhagen obviously play at the Parken, which is where I believe, obviously, Denmark play their games. Good big stadium. Big chance for Maresca tonight, I have to say. Huge chance for him and Tyreek George to impress as well. George, Palmer and Maresca up front. Who would have thought that this morning? I believe. I honestly thought, what's good, Carlos? Yeah. Copenhagen do have to be taken very, very serious, 100%. I honestly thought we're going to go Nkunku. We're going to go with Neto and Palmer. But manager made a decision. And let's see what happens. Leicester on Sunday. Time to recover. But chance for Sanchez, Badiashile. Also for Dewsbury Hall, for Tyreek George, for Maresca, to really, really impress. Copenhagen got some players missing. Don't know a lot about them, I have to say. I would have done my research, but I was working. So they've got this far. Any team that gets to a knockout stage of a European competition is decent. Has to be treated with respect. That's what we would do, hopefully. Copenhagen, you have to admit, must have been surprised by the team selection from us, just as much as I am. Anyway, Chelsea players just going down the line. The nice black tracksuit top that goes with that third strip is decent. I like that, I have to say. Obviously, Reece James captain. So Copenhagen, you got Ramaz, you got Melin, Hatzidakios, Pereira, Dix, you got Churi, Froholt, Clem, some other bloke I can't even pronounce, Klaassen and Chikaka. Never heard of them. They're looking like they're going to play a 4-4-1-1 formation. Thank you, mate. Faisal, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button for me, people, some more, and people are aware this is not a watch-along. This is live match coverage, ball-by-ball commentary on the game as the two captains meet, exchanging pleasantries. Reece James, obviously, the Chelsea captain. Just tossing the coin. Who's going to win it? Let's see. Or if he doesn't let it fall, he catches it in mid-air. I think Reece James has won it. Yes, so no spoilers in chat, people. We are watching it a minute delayed on the BT Sport app, which I bought and paid for. And the app's frozen straight away, which is brilliant, isn't it? So, remember, I am 1 minute delayed from the live match coverage. And my app's crashed, which is just absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So bear with me, people. Bear with me. Oh, we're back. Thank God for that. We're back. Deary me. So, players in a huddle, about to kick off. Focus of the camera, the focus of the TV at the moment is on Cole Palmer, as you can imagine. So, Chelsea going to kick off. Well, it looks fit we are. Yeah, we're going to kick off. And we do. Back to Sanchez in goal. Sanchez outside his own box. Let's just see how we all line up. Yeah, he looks like a back four. So Sanchez launches it up to the edge of their box. They win the header in front of Maresca. We head it back, head tennis at the minute. Maresca trying to hold his own, and the ball comes down to midfield, and Dewsbury Hall gets his foot on it. Reece James, Badiashili's been pressed straight away back to Sanchez. Edge of his own box, takes a touch, being closed down, and gets rid of it high. Copenhagen have won 3 headers at the moment. Casido picks up the loose ball. Casido out left-hand side to Reece James, left to centre. He comes one more to Gusto. Halfway inside their half, Chelsea. James just slows it down. Back towards halfway to Badiashile. Toss in. One more to his right is Chalobah. Chalobah's playing right back. Gusto left back. It is a back four. Chalobah back to Badiashile. Halfway line. Collects it. Copenhagen with their in a 4-4-2 shape without the ball. Literally not pressing, just standing in their shape, asking Chelsea to try and open them up. The striker for Copenhagen is standing next to Badiashile, and Badiashili's got a ball at his feet, not moving. And now we're beginning to move. Little triangles, trying to move them around. It's going between the two defensive, the centre-backs at the minute, into Casido's centre spot. Plays it out to the right-hand side. First touch to Cole Palmer. Pressed down straight away, has to go back to Tosin. Like the Twin Towers at the back here, Badiashile and Tosin, the two of them, huge players. Badiashile knocks the ball into Gusto, who's pushed on the left-hand side. He goes beyond the defender, but he's been caught. He beat the defender. The defender slipped. And as Gusto got hold of the ball and knocked it past him, Gabriel's the defender. He falls over, and as he falls over, he catches Gusto, who's about to go past him. Gusto's gone down. Referee's given a free kick away. What did he do? Oh, he caught his foot as he went past him. Caught him on his ankle. Right, Chelsea free kick, 30 yards from goal, right out on the byline, left-hand side. Cole Palmer's come across to take it. Oh, he hasn't. It's Dewsbury. Palmer's there with Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall's over the ball. Cole Palmer's come out, stand next to him, along with Reece James. So to give it to Cole Palmer straight away. Palmer, left-hand side. Plays it square inside to Malo Gusto. Looking for a ball over the top. He refuses to play it. He gives it to Trevor Chalobah. Under pressure, gives it back to Reece James. We're going sort of sideways at the moment. We're 30 yards inside their half. We're 30 yards from goal, and they shut us down as we try and play it into Dewsbury Hall, and the ball goes out for a throw. Taken quickly. Palmer to James, being pressed. Back towards the halfway line to Chalobah. He's been pressed as well, and it goes back to the goalkeeper. Manager for Copenhagen's encouraging the press. Now they stop. They go halfway inside of our half and stop. So Sanchez got loads of space to collect it, give it a toss-in. Toss-in into the feet of Dewsbury Hall. Is it Dewsbury Hall? No, it's Cole Palmer. He's under pressure straight away. Has to go backwards. Casido nearly loses it in possession, but gets the ball away to Badiashile. Badiashile tries to play it into Reece James, crowded out by Copenhagen in midfield, and they're coming forward down the right-hand side. Ball into centre forward. Edge of the box, turns, shoots, blocked, deflects away to a colleague of his inside the box. He's forced out of the box by Chelsea, and Copenhagen go backwards to keep on of possession. Copenhagen in our midfield, about 35 yards from goal. Little ball inside, looking for the run inside the box. Chalobah with a challenge. They get a shot away. Eventually, it's tame, feeble. Sanchez falls on it, but Copenhagen just wait. They wait, and they spring into action as soon as the ball goes into the middle of our part, into midfield. and they crowd us out and they broke on us. Coverage comes back to Chelsea with the possession, back to Sanchez by his own goal line, and he just rolls it out to Tosin, who's got some time with Copenhagen backing away, plays it into Cole Palmer, halfway inside his own half at the minute. He checks inside from right to left and plays it wide left here to Dewsbury Hall. He's over halfway. Little sprint on him, takes him 20 yards up the pitch and goes left-hand side to Gusto, who's high. Level the edge of the penalty box, Malo Gusto. Dewsbury Hall's end up on the floor. Gone back to Reece James. Cross goes in towards the penalty spot. Held away by Copenhagen. And Badiashile knocks it, just clears up, gives it to Malo Gusto, straight back into Tosin, into the feet of Casido. Top of the centre circle, inside Copenhagen's half. Little good ball inside from Casido to Cole Palmer, into the feet of Dewsbury Hall, back to goal. Plays it to Gusto, inside the penalty box, but he hesitated and gave a chance to the defender to come away with the ball, and he does. Copenhagen trying to play the ball in between defenders. Tosin's covered it off. Well done. In between him and Chalobah. And gone back to the bald-headed Sanchez, who just rolls it in front of him. Badiashile comes across, collects it. Just outside the D outside of his box. Copenhagen, 3 players pushed up, backing off. So Chelsea can just take it easy. Little 10-yard balls between Tosin, Badiashile, back to Tosin, now into the feet of Cole Palmer on halfway. No option. So he has to play it back across this left-hand side. Just evades the striker. Badiashile out to Malo Gusto, who's playing very high on this left-hand side. James, Casido, Palmer, halfway inside their half. Looking for an option. He has to go back out to Tyreek George, who's dropped to make up an option. And he goes back to Chalobah, Tosin, back to Badiashile. Over halfway, left-hand side of centre, out again to Gusto, 25 yards from goal. Comes in on the right-hand side, gives it to Reece James. Casido, a bit of space. Middle of the pitch, 25 yards from goal. Has to go one more to Chalobah. There's nobody out there. Tyreek George has come inside. So Chelsea are held up. Copenhagen are happy to defend narrow and get Chelsea and allow Chelsea the wings, but there was no one there. This time we've collected it again. Cole Palmer, edge of the penalty box. 3 players in front of him. He has to come across. Casido, Reece James, shut down, has to go back 10 yards to Tosin. Tosin, Chalobah. Back to Tosin, now towards halfway again. James. Tyreek George is now pinned out on the right-hand side by the touchline. He gets the ball from Reece James. First touch is loose, but he kicks hold of it. Under a little bit of pressure, he comes inside again. Go back out. Take him on up the line. Don't come into a crowded space, which is what I'm looking at right now. Chelsea play it across the left-hand side, out again to Gusto. Level the edge of the penalty box, left-hand side, out on the byline. Little ball inside. Back in 10 yards and inside to James, and he squares it to Chalobah. Again, George has tucked inside. There's no option to go one more, so we have to come back this left-hand side, and then we give the ball away. Loose ball from Tosin. Copenhagen win it and go back to their right back. Under a little bit of pressure from Dewsbury Hall, he's gone back to his own goalkeeper. Collects it on his 6-yard box. And just on his penalty spot now, walking. Chelsea are not pressing him at all, just backed off. Tyreek George is a bit of a problem at the minute. Every time we get the ball, he's coming inside. Oh, loose ball from the keeper. James nearly nicked it. But they nicked it back off of James and they're away, Copenhagen. Left-hand side. Playing the ball up the line. The striker's going to get there and he is. Edge of our penalty box. Being held up. He tries to play a cross in. Deflected away by Chalobah. Well done. And Maresca helping out. Tracks back. Is he drawing a foul? No. He isn't. He's lost possession, unfortunately. Copenhagen halfway inside of our half. But Chelsea and their numbers have forced them back towards halfway, which is good. Inside the centre circle, Copenhagen. Chelsea defending our half at the minute. Copenhagen, a little ball inside, 10 yards. Can't go anywhere, so goes back out to left-hand side on the halfway line. Now to the byline, ball into the striker's feet. Looking for a little quick ball in between defenders and into the corner. And misread totally by the winger, and it goes out for a Chelsea goal kick. Jakob Niestrup is the manager of Copenhagen. He's very animated at the moment. 8 minutes, 30 seconds gone, 0-0. Chelsea have got into some good areas, but we're playing too narrow and it's making it easy for Copenhagen. Maresca's up already. Hands on his chin. Chelsea play out from the back up to Cole Palmer. 10 yards inside his own half at the minute, looking for an out ball, and he has to come back this side to Badiashile at the minute. Players with the most touches are Badiashile, Tosin and Chalobah at the minute. Right. Dewsbury Hall's dropped onto the halfway line, so give him the ball. He's turned away from the challenge. He's cutting inside from left to right towards the centre and lays it off to Tossin, who just gives a little 10-yard ball to Casido. Palmer drops in and says, give him the ball. Now he's looking for a runner, and he's trying to play it to Malo Gusto out wide, but Gusto made a run inside, and just a complete lack of connection there. The ball's gone straight out in the house. In the house, I'm looking at Jolly in the house, his comment, out for a throw-in the house. Look at me. Goalkeeper's got the ball at his feet, 6-yard box. He plays it out left-hand side to the defender, shut down by Cole Palmer, and just playing around Palmer to the other centre-half. He now plays it out to the left-hand side on the byline. Chelsea go to press. And well done, good press by George. It's gone back to the goalkeeper. And he comes out to the right-hand side. This time there's Dewsbury Hall there, along with Maresca. And it's gone just square across the whole length of the penalty box from right to left to the other centre-back, who now gives it to the goalkeeper on the penalty spot. He plays it out to the right-back, being pressed by Gusto. Launches the ball inside, high, so the midfielder has to head it high. And it's food and drink for tossing, straight forward. He heads it to the right-hand side of him on the halfway line to Chalobah, who's being pressed, and he goes back to Sanchez, and he gives it straight back to Chalobah, and Chalobah straight back to Sanchez. First time ball to Tossin, who strides out from his own penalty box, gives it to Reece James, square to Casido. Copenhagen are 5 yards off him, not pressing him. Out to Cole Palmer, right-hand side. He shifts the ball inside there half, stops, and is forced back inside and across from right to left. He's literally just behind the halfway line. Coming across it now. Out to his left-hand side, Dewsbury Hall, and he plays it back. Palmer shakes his head. Reece James. Tariq George makes that run inside again, and Chalobah now creeps up on the right-hand side. Gives it to Chalobah. No option to George. He's been covered off, so inside to Casido. He plays the ball backwards and across to Badiasil, into Reece James to Dewsbury Hall. Little give and goes. Dewsbury Hall back inside to midfield. This is where Copenhagen want it. They've got like a 5-3-2 without the ball, and they're narrow. So Cole Palmer, 30 yards from goal, looking for a ball over the top. Dewsbury Hall's trying to get there. He can't. It's over his head and Gusto at the back post and out for a goal kick. But Chelsea is struggling. Come up with an option here. They're playing a flat five across their defence, Copenhagen, with 3 just in front of them and 2 busy, and then narrow. And Chelsea trying to play little balls in the channels or trying to look for little ball in behind or through defenders. And we can't find anything at the minute. And it's frustrating. And then what's adding to it is that we got George on the right, keeps cutting inside, adding to the numbers there. Stay wide. Stick on that byline and don't move. A long goal kick from them. Reece James does well against 2 midfielders to mop up and just play the ball back towards the right back position, halfway inside of our half to Chalobah. Inside to Tossin. Centre circle, Casido. Good first touch. Good ball between defenders to Dewsbury Hall. Wide left is Gusto. Level the edge of the penalty box. On his right foot, he goes back outside to the byline. Tries to get a cross in. Blocked off by the fullback. And it's a Chelsea throw-in about 15 yards from the corner flag. Gusto's got loads of space. He's the one at the minute that's opening the door. So Malo Gusto takes a throw-in, goes back 20 yards to Badiasil. He's being pressed, so he goes towards the centre circle to Tossin, who gives it 10 yards in front of him. Casido, Chelsea too slow, far too slow at the minute. Badiasil, halfway line, into Casido. Tariq George makes that run again from byline in. Got to stay out wide. Reece James. We got no option on the right at the minute. So it keeps coming left to Malo Gusto. Halfway inside their half, it goes back to Badiasil. Badiasil to Tossin, looking for a big ball. He's been put under pressure. He does well to hold off the attacker. Into Casido, lays it off to Cole Palmer, turns back on himself and tries to play a ball inside to Dewsbury Hall, but gives it away under pressure. And then Dewsbury Hall does well to win it. Cole Palmer on the volley, unlucky. So Palmer tried to play a ball to Dewsbury Hall about 25 yards from goal. It got blocked and deflected. And the midfielder tried to bring it down. And Dewsbury Hall stepped in, deflects off the midfielder. And Cole Palmer, just outside the box, watches it onto his foot. And a left foot swinger goes just wide of the near post. Anyway, half a chance maybe, not even that. So Copenhagen play out from the back to the right back. He goes to clear the ball up the line. Gusto blocks it, and it's one of those where your foot's up in the air, the ball smacks your foot, and your foot goes at an angle, and Gusto's sitting down at the minute. Painful. So with that, the Copenhagen manager calls all of his players over. And the same is now Enzo. Enzo's now the same. He's called Tyreek George over, and I hope he's saying to George, stay on the byline and don't come in any closer. He's got his tactics board out and all the Chelsea players around him. So, important to note here, we're 14 minutes, 30 seconds into the game. Chelsea dominating possession. Copenhagen allowing us to have the ball on the halfway line. Playing a flat 5 defenders, 3 in front that are narrow and tight to them, and 2 in front of them that are busy going across from side to side. So when we pick up the ball in midfield, we want an out ball, and we haven't got one wide. We've got one left in Gusto. We haven't got one wide right, and that's the problem. So play will resume. Gusto's off the pitch. Play will resume with a Copenhagen throw-in. They're going to play on. Yes, he turned to play on. We're down at 10 minutes at the minute. They take the throw back towards the centre half. He goes from right side of the centre, of just outside the penalty box to left side to his other centre back. He's been pressed by George and back to the goalkeeper. Maresca's working his way over to shut down the right side of centre back, and he goes back down to the goalkeeper as well. Nicholas, I think you're spot on, mate, at the minute. It's very, very, very slow. Copenhagen come out to this right-hand side on the halfway line. Ball 10 yards inside towards the centre circle. Played across the centre-back. George goes to meet the centre-back and leaves the left-back. So left-back's got a little bit of space. But to his credit, George gets back out there and shuts him down. Centre-half with the ball at his feet. Goes square. Chelsea a man down. They're sort of taking advantage at the minute. Cross comes in towards the back post from deep. Held away by Chalobah over Cole Palmer. Easy for Copenhagen to mop up. Top of the centre circle, inside of our half. Ball inside. 35 yards from goal now. Back out to the wing, left-hand side, level there to our penalty box. A ball inside, and Cole Palmer's working hard to shut it down. And well done, we forced them back towards halfway. They collect it, ball inside again. Chelsea defending compact as well. Gusto's back on. The Copenhagen just with possession of the centre circle at the minute. Palmer's busy with Maresca to try and shut them down and force them backwards. So go out left-hand side again. On the wing, the striker's dropped off and played a good ball inside. They're inside of our box, trying to find an opening, trying to turn, but Chelsea block them off. We come away with possession. Chalobah into Cole Palmer, back to Chalobah. He has to hold the ball up. It's Tyreek George, back to Chalobah. Well done, George. He's done well there. Chalobah won the challenge and gave it to George. It was George trying to come out and done well to hold up possession. Tossing, bottom of the centre circle, plays it. Cole Palmer, just over halfway. Turns on his left foot. Just avoids 2 challenges and plays the ball to nobody. Copenhagen mop up and Palmer goes after it again. Centre-back goes square to his centre-back as well. They come out to his right-back position deep inside their own half, Copenhagen. Up to halfway, Badisil easy. Collects it, gives the ball to Gusto, who's been fouled straight away by the fullback. As soon as he got possession of the ball, Gusto, the fullback was on him. Obviously, bearing in mind he's had a bit of a knock, he's gone straight after him. Fouled him, 100%. Free kick taken quickly. Casido, centre spot to James. Back to Tosin. Badisil, left-hand side now. Trying to play a ball inside and gives it straight to Copenhagen. Give it to Maresca. Well done tracking back. Reece James, Casido, centre circle. Looking for an out ball. He's got Cole Palmer to his right. Ignores him. Comes left to Dewsbury Hall, but gives the ball away. The possession is awful at the minute. Copenhagen, left side of the penalty spot. Centre back. Being pressed by Palmer. Comes out to his right-hand side again. Dewsbury Hall's got to stay there. And they play it into midfield. Back to centre back. They're playing out. But they did, but gone backwards towards their own penalty spot at the minute, which is weird. Copenhagen. Little ball inside, 10 yards. Ball square. Got a little bit of space. And now they've managed to work it on the left-hand side. The fullback, George left him. He's wide open. Brings the ball forward to the edge of the penalty box. Plays the ball inside to the striker. Takes 1 touch, 2 touch. Out to his right foot. But takes it too far. Chelsea in numbers, swarming. Led by Casido. And he wins the ball edge of our box. Well done, Casido. They played offside anyway. That was dangerous. The fullback went. The midfielder was waiting. He comes sort of inside, waiting and waiting. The fullback went. George didn't go with him, and he played him in down the wing, left-hand side. George needs to watch that. But the striker was back to goal, was offside. But Chelsea did well to swarm around the ball. They couldn't actually go anywhere. Anyway, Chelsea possession. We walked up towards halfway, toss in. Ball trying to play over the top in between defensive line and the two defenders, the centre back and the full back. But meat and drink for Copenhagen. Make a bit of a mess at the beginning, but they've gone back to the goalkeeper. And he's got the ball by the penalty spot. Chelsea pushed up but not pressing. Maresca playing a little bit deep. Position is deep. Chelsea with 4 pushed up, led by Cole Palmer at the minute. George goes to shut the centre back down. Now he goes after the goalkeeper. Now they play out the right-hand side. Been supported by Malo Gusto and Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall wins the ball back. Well done, Dewsbury Hall. Reece James gives it to Malo Gusto. We're 35 yards from goal. Inside their half. Little triangles between James, Gusto and Badiashile. Malo Gusto goes back to centre circle to toss it. Copenhagen 10 yards off him. He's able to just take it forward, stops and goes to the right-hand side. Chalobah into Cole Palmer. He's got a little bit of space, but he turns back into a little bit of trouble and has to come back inside centre circle to toss in. Toss in now. Chalobah, right-hand side of centre. Toss in under pressure from 2 players and nearly gives the ball away. It deflects off one of their players to Badiashile. Deary me, playing ourselves in trouble here. They literally sit. They're sitting, waiting and waiting. And when the ball goes over halfway, they just spark into life. We should be aware of it by now. They've just done it again with Reece James. Under pressure, he has to go back to tossing. Just play the ball to the wings. Stop playing it into the midfield too, for Christ's sake. Badiashile, tossing. They're playing so narrow. There's 5 Copenhagen players pushed up. Now we've managed to play out. Well done. On the right-hand side, Chalobah. Cole Palmer. 10 yards inside their half. Back inside Chalobah. Back to centre circle to tossing again. My God. There's 5 players collectively in the middle of the pitch for Copenhagen. The strikers, midfielders, all working together to just shut us down. We played it forward. They've headed the ball away. Maresca unlucky. Edge of the penalty box. He tried to turn inside. Good challenge from Copenhagen. They come away with the ball. Edge of their own box. Chelsea pressing. Trying to. Centre half. Just the 2 centre backs playing it between each other at the minute. It's gone to the goalkeeper. He's got time to put his foot on the ball and play his pass. Left hand side. So where Tariq George has come inside to close him down, he's left it. So Chalobah now has to go. Anyway, they're going backwards, Copenhagen, to come forwards. They've played it out to right back now. He's over halfway with some space. Driving forward. Malo Gusto comes out. He thinks twice, stops and goes back towards halfway. Centre circle, centre back. Plays 10-yard ball into his midfielder who shows for him, top of the centre circle, then lays the ball off. Then they just find little pockets of space at minute Copenhagen. Chelsea beginning to press, forcing them backwards towards halfway. Dewsbury Hall, well done. They've gone back over halfway into their own half again. Copenhagen, it's like watching paint dry. Copenhagen, 10-yard ball, top of the centre circle. Midfielder collects it. He's got a ball in the right-hand side pocket. They play it up towards the edge of our box. Right-hand side, cross comes in. Blocked by Malo Gusto, who's taken another knock. The 3rd knock in the game he's taken. Gusto, the same ankle I think he's done in the first incident. Or I think the actual same ankle has been done 3 times now. He's definitely favouring his ankle, Gusto. Yeah, it's the same ankle. Deary me. Yeah, he's asking to be subbed off, Malo Gusto. He's basically, so early on in the game, the attacker went past him and fell down and caught him on his ankle. Cucurella's coming on. And then he's had a knock where they tried to play a ball up the line. His foot was off the ground. The ball's hit the back of his foot or back of his ankle. And he makes your foot do that horrible thing where you just think, oh, shit, hell, that hurts. And now he's just literally blocked a cross. And it's the same ankle 3 times in a row, 23 minutes into the game when Malo Gusto's coming off injured. So Cucurella's getting stripped off, coming on. Not a bad replacement. Yeah, Gusto's not happy at all. Walking up by his own thing, walking off gingerly, let's just say that. Enzo Fernandez, Maresca, pacing the sideline. Yeah, so Cucurella coming on. Yeah, I'm yawning because the game is just like we're playing into their hands so easy. They're just narrow, compact. We play over halfway. They go and press us. We keep playing the ball into midfield rather than keep going wide. George keeps coming off the right hand side. So there's no option. Anyway, play's resumed, and there's a big chance for Copenhagen across from the right hand side. And cleared away by Chelsea, and Dewsbury Hall gets the ball away eventually. But a move there by Copenhagen. It was quick from the restart. Throw taken quickly down the right-hand side. Cross comes in, dealt with well, but I think it was tossing. And now Copenhagen launch the ball over the top. Tossing, launch it back towards halfway. Offside. The game is, honestly, it's almost as if they're like, their batteries are running out, everyone. It's so slow. It's so laboured. It's just like, I'm a firm believer. Any British club plays British pace in Europe. The other teams can't live with it. Anyway, we're just playing into their hands at the minute. So we've taken the offside quickly and just tossing Badiashile, Sanchez. Tossing. Now, Copenhagen are backing off towards the halfway line. So he plays a quick ball into Casido. Good first time ball into Dewsbury Hall. Trying to find Maresca, but the defender read it and mopped up, and he played a good ball out to his right-hand side. Copenhagen trying to build, and they do. Little 1-2s. They're away left-hand side. They've worked it unlucky. Unlucky, I have to say. That was good. Little one-touch ball. Ball out wide into the striker. He lays it off. Play another ball out to go one more. They overplayed it. But quick possession, quick, incisive passing from Copenhagen. Have we seen that from us? No. It's not good at all. Anyway, throw-in taken halfway inside of our half. Chalobah gets it back from George into Casino under pressure. Back to, you've guessed it, tossing. And he gives it to Badiashile. God dear. It's like a training game. So Badiashile gets forward and thinks, I ain't got a ball. So Dewsbury Hall drops into him and then under pressure gives it back to Badiashile. Tossing. Cole Palmer, right-hand side, halfway line. Puts his foot on the ball. Ball over the top looking for Maresca. Maresca's run has been blocked off by the centre half. Straight through to the goalkeeper. The ball's a bit too high. Had too much air on it from Palmer. We need to go out and out wingers and get the wingers down the byline and keep giving the ball right out wide onto the byline. I don't know what George has been told by the manager, but every time we get the possession, he comes inside and we're looking for an out ball on the right and he's not there. Anyway, they're trying to play out from the back. We're pressing. Cucurella's going left-hand side. George on the right-hand side. We've gone away back to their goalkeeper. Loose touch from him. Deary me, Dewsbury Hall was nearly there. Well done. We forced an error. Well done. Goalkeeper panics from Dewsbury Hall, and he's literally just shanked it 5 yards away from his own corner flag. Chelsea on the right-hand side, right wing. Taken quickly and backwards. Casino, Badiashile, 10 yards inside their half. Dead centre. He goes square of him to toss him back out to Chalobah, right back position. Still 10 yards inside their half. A ball into Maresca's feet. Tries to play it, gives it, or they give it away, Copenhagen. He gave it away first time of asking. Defender gave it back to him. He tried to burst through them, but they got the ball away and they're trying to build and they've managed to win second ball over halfway. The striker holding the ball up. Chelsea backing off. He holds the ball up and gives it to his winger. Went behind him, said to go back and pick the ball up. And Chelsea back in numbers, forced Copenhagen back over halfway inside their own half. And my God, oh, dearie me. I'm glad I haven't paid money for this. Anyway, they've managed to play from a centre-back into the striker, 30, 40-yard ball in space, and Casino does well to get round the corner, win it back. Dewsbury Hall, over halfway, left-hand side, left wing, by himself. 3 defenders around him, been brought down. Well done, Dewsbury Hall. Brilliant play from him. Outstanding from Dewsbury Hall. He collects, Casino done really, really well. The fact that the centre-half could play a ball in between our midfield and find the striker who's dropped off the defensive line, there was no foul. You're joking me. There was no foul. The ball rolled away. Defender just walked up to it, picked it up, and now they're playing on again. That's a foul all day long. Tagger from behind. It was a foul. Anyway, Copenhagen trying to play out. Tyreek George is closing down the goalkeeper. They play out to the right back position. He comes back on the left-hand side. And guess what? They're going to play out the left-hand side where George just left the space. And there it is. Left back or centre-back moves into it. Chelsea sort of funnel across now. George trying to close them down. Little triangles from Copenhagen inside their own half at the minute. No danger. Halfway inside their own half. But every time George does it, they play around him and they're free on the left. Someone have a word with him. Tell him to stick on that byline and don't move from it. Anyway, they're playing around their back at the minute. We're trying to press them. Not with any real intensity. George is going again. Centre half, and he's gone back to the goalkeeper on a penalty spot. He now launches it over halfway, looking for the striker. Free header for Badiashile. Heads it down to Cucurella. Tries to play a ball inside to Dewsbury Hall, but he's overplayed it straight to Copenhagen. 15 yards inside his own half. Right inside his centre. Gives it back to his centre-back. Chelsea pushed up and not pressing. Ball goes forward. Castillo now goes to press. They have to go back to centre-half again. 10 yards outside his own penalty box, Copenhagen. Little dink lofted ball forward. Tossing done well under pressure with it. Cole Palmer trying to win it off the midfielder and he can't. But then Castillo goes flying in as he does and gives away a free kick. Player's gone down injured onto his ankle. Claiming he's in real trouble here. He's in pain, actually, this dude. What did Castillo do to him? He's in real discomfort. Cole Palmer tried to get away from midfielder. He got his foot on the ball. Oh, nothing. Castillo just went past him. Just stretched the leg out in front of him. Oh, the bloke's put his foot on the floor already at some point. I don't know why. Anyway, the bloke's in a bit of distress here. The referee's... The physio's on the halfway line. I don't even think he's letting them on. A lot of the TV covers on their manager. The manager is very animated at the moment. Anyway, Copenhagen free kick. Inside their own half. Taken to the centre-back and he plays a lofted ball out to the right wing. And the fullback beats Cucurella. But Badiashile heads it forward towards halfway and Copenhagen pick up the ball. Right-hand side now. Chelsea a little bit more intensity now. Dewsbury Hall going after it with the centre-back. And Cucurella, well done. 5 yards inside their own half. Throw into Copenhagen. It's gone backwards towards their own box to the centre-back. And now to the goalkeeper. On the penalty spot. Just takes control of the ball. Moves it out of his feet. One step. He's having a conversation with his centre-back about where he should be. And everyone's just standing there watching them. Keeper gets the ball out of his feet and launches it out to left-hand side. Long ball. Brilliant ball. Out to left wing. He's brought it down on his chest. Played it inside to midfielder. He's gone beyond the line. Copenhagen in. Down the byline. Cross comes in. Blocked off at the near post by whoever it was. It comes out and goes over the bar. The referee is given. What's he given? Offside. But Copenhagen, yeah, offside. But they got in down the left-hand side here. A long raking ball from the goalkeeper. He's on the edge. Where is he? Edge of his own box. And he pings a ball, literally, I'd say, within 25 yards of our penalty box, out on the left winger. The left winger chests it down brilliantly well, plays it back to a midfielder who's supporting him, who plays him back in. But it was that motion that was offside. And eventually they shot over the bar. But a long lofted pass from the goalkeeper was spot on, pinpoint. Chalobah couldn't deal with it. Anyway, Chelsea free kick taken quickly, and once more, Tosin walking out with the ball at his feet. Gives it to Trevor Chalobah, halfway inside our own half in the right back position. He goes back inside to Tosin, who's going to give it to his right to Cole Palmer, who's got a man up his arse, has to go back to Chalobah, to Tosin, Badiashile. Now they press. Badiashile trying to play out to find Maresca, but it's been blocked off. So the ball goes straight through to the other centre-back and he goes straight back to the goalkeeper. Chelsea need to play the ball wide. We need wingers on the fucking pitch to play the ball to the wingers. Because at the minute, playing narrow's not working. It's too crowded and we're making it easy for Copenhagen. The manager's got to change this again. Anyway, the goalkeeper's played out to left-back who's driving forward because you've guessed it, Tariq George pushed in again and they've gone out to left-hand side again. He's got to stay out on that byline. Jesus Christ. If I can see it, why can't anybody else? Especially people inside the fucking stadium. Ugh. Anyway, Copenhagen with the ball in their defensive line. Long ball over the top. Read by Tosin. Heads it to Castillo. Gives it to Cole Palmer. Bottom of the centre circle inside his own half. Press has to go back to Tosin, who slows the ball down and sort of just walks at sort of little. Don't you walk? Those people do fast walking, like one of them. Anyway, you get it out to Cole Palmer on the right wing, and he's gone forward, and then has to stop because Tyreek George has come inside again. Oh my God! Anyway, it's so narrow, the game. There's no width to our play, and we're making it easy. Since Gusto's gone off, we got no option out wide. We're playing 10-yard balls inside, 10-yard little triangles. We're trying to play it into midfield. They're pressing us. They now have just fouled Casino inside the centre circle. But Chelsea have the ball. Cole Palmer's looking, and there's no one fucking there in front of him because George has come inside. So now we take the free kick quickly, and now we got a little bit of width with Cucurella. He's halfway inside their half. Dewsbury Hall's tucked in. There's no option inside, so we have to go back inside, halfway line, toss in, Chalobah, toss in centre circle. Now he plays the ball over the top, looking for Cucurella. The ball's 10 yards in front of him. Easy for the defender, who's made a little bit of a meal of it. And Cucurella's actually won a corner from it. Has he won a corner from it, or is it a goal kick? It's a goal kick. Is it a goal kick or a corner? Well, Cucurella managed to get in behind him and just flick his foot around the ball, thinking it'd come off the defender, but it didn't. Anyway, this is so poor from Chelsea, honestly. It's so poor in every aspect. We're planning to... This team is not a good team. They're there for the taking. Anyone can see it. And we're just so narrow. And they're defending narrow. And they play a long ball. We've had it out to them in midfield. They pick up the ball inside of our half now. Driving forwards to the edge of our penalty box, right-hand side. The ball goes out. Well done, Chelsea. Back in numbers. Holding them up. Back towards midfield. Back out to the fullback on the right wing. Ball inside the edge of our penalty box. Shut down by Casido. They go back again, centre circle. Maresca, not in the game at all at the minute. Plays the ball. Copenhagen, little overlap. Playing the ball inside. Give and go on the left-hand side. Edge of our penalty box. Held up by Cole Palmer. Step over. Palmer's alive to it. Well done. Gets his foot in. Gets the ball away. Throw in to Copenhagen. 10 yards from the corner flag on our right-hand side. Their left wing. And they take it 20 yards backwards. Copenhagen. Ball goes high into the penalty box. Sanchez comes out to meet it and punches it away. Left wing, Copenhagen pick up the loose ball. Ball inside, little 1-2s, trying to turn. They've turned. Cross comes in. I thought it was going to be a free header. It wasn't. Managed to nick it away. Reece James and Cucurella gets the ball away, only to halfway to Copenhagen. Messy from us, but we get away with it. Centre circle, Copenhagen again. Left-hand side of it now, centre-back, looking for a ball. And a midfielder can drop into space unmarked and collect it, but shut down straight away by Casino. We've won the second ball. George back to Chalobah. Ball inside to Reece James and Copenhagen back off. So Reece James can come out up towards halfway to Dewsbury Hall. Collects it left-footed, turns away, sees 4 Copenhagen defenders in front of him, so goes back out to left-hand side and backwards to Cucurella. Reece James halfway line. Centre spot, Casido. Palmer makes a run and goes back out. Casido. George is on the byline this time, but being ignored. Tossing, halfway line. James. Little triangles to open up the space here. Chalobah. Lays the ball out to George. Halfway inside their half. Got no options. Go back to Chalobah. Oh, dearie me. Toss in. Where's he going to go? Little ball inside, finding Cole Palmer in a bit of pocket space. Closed down and read by the Copenhagen midfield straight away. They're trying to break in behind, but well done. Covered off. One back possession, Chelsea. Cole Palmer was telegraphed completely there by the midfielder. Anyway, played it to Chalobah, and Cole Palmer's made a 20-yard dash back towards halfway to get hold of the ball. He's got it, but got no option. Gives it inside to Reece James. James, Chalobah triangles, toss in, Badiashile. James, under pressure, Badiashile, halfway line. Toss in, just behind the centre spot. Ball, literally, foot on the ball. James, 10-yard ball inside. Give and go with Casino. Wide right is Cole Palmer. Little pocket space. Tyreek George, first chance to run, but he comes inside again into an already crowded area. Copenhagen mop up. trying to play out from the back, and they've managed to little triangles themselves. They've done well to play it out to the right-hand side here, to the right back. Dewsbury Hall shuffles across. They go back inside to the holding midfielder, and he goes back to the centre-back who's alongside of him, halfway inside his own half, Copenhagen. Left-back position, George goes to press. They play it forward to the winger who loses his footing, and it's easy for Chalobah to get hold of the ball. Gives it to Tosin, and gives it to Reece James, centre circle. Under pressure, turns away from it and gives it to Dewsbury Hall. Left-hand side of centre, too slow again. Ball goes back inside again to Casido, centre circle. George is the ball on the byline, but he goes inside to Reece James, who has to go back to Tosin, Casido, Tosin, you to me, you to... Oh, Jesus Christ alive. Oh, my word. He has got to change it, 100%. Badia Silge plays it in Dewsbury Hall, trying to find Reece James. And then we gave it away, but then we win back possession with James. Well done. He won the ball. Brilliant. Casido, centre circle. Give the ball to Palmer, and he does. Palmer, a little bit of space in front of him. Right-hand side. Palmer, inside to Reece James. You're right, Cuzzy. It's awful. Cucurella gives it to Badia Silly. Midfielder went to track him down. His boots come off. Let's look at him on the floor. Who cares? Cole Palmer, wide right, Chalobah. Approach the edge of their box. Cross comes in towards the back post. Held away by the fullback in front of Cucurella. Only as far as Chalobah, who just heads it back over his head to Tyreek George. Two defenders on him. Little flick ball inside to Maresca, who's done well there to keep hold of play. Keep it going. Casido trying to play a ball inside around the corner. Blocked off. Comes out to Chalobah. Tosin, halfway line. Wide right of him is Casido. Ball into Maresca's feet, trying to get involved. Does well to hold it up and lay it off to George, but has to drop deep to do so. We're still inside their half, but deep towards the centre circle. Casido trying to find an out ball. Has to come back across this way to toss it. Badia Silk, halfway inside their half now. Camped in it. Chelsea. Cucurella into Dewsbury Hall. Gives it straight back to Cucurella. There's no one making a run on the left-hand side from centre out towards the left wing or in the channel. So we've got to come back inside square again. Little 10-yard balls under pressure. Keeping hold of it at the moment, Chelsea, but it's too compact, too narrow. We're not going anywhere. We're not playing enough width. We're not playing quick enough. And it's easy. We're just playing 10-yard balls. Forward, back. Centre circle again. Tossing. Ball into the feet of Casido. Lays it off to Cucurella. Gets it back. Casido from left to centre. Little ball inside Dewsbury Hall. Tries to play a ball across to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer wasn't alive to it. Straight to the Copenhagen defenders who clear it only as far as Cucurella. And he goes back to Badia Silk. Casido. Reece James. Top of the centre circle inside their half with a little bit of space. Cole Palmer drops off, says, give me the ball. Gives it to him. Palmer looking for an option. Tries to take players on. They nick it off of him. Palmer goes across trying to win it back. And does well to just see him out. Well done, Cole Palmer. He lost it. Worked hard to get it back. Got a throw in taken quickly. Tossing. Bottom of the centre circle. Badia Silk. This is where you experienced players on the pitch would take charge of this. We haven't got none. James out to Cole Palmer. 25, 30 yards from goal. Plays the ball inside square to Casido. Tries to play a 1-2 give and go with Dewsbury Hall. Gets it wrong. Easy for Copenhagen. Copenhagen coming out with the ball. Right back plays it inside to the holding defensive midfielder, just in between his two centre-backs. He's got time to find another midfielder who's dropped in on the right-hand side. Over halfway now. Driving forward. And they're free. They've worked it on the left-hand side. Well done, Tyreek George. Get there, he does. Can he get there? He does, and he draws the foul. Well done, Tyreek George. They've done really well, Copenhagen. They did well on the right-hand side. They sort of come across on the right, played it into the middle, and went beyond two challenges, and then tried to play a ball out left-hand side. But George was alive to it, did very well. Otherwise, the winger was in. Let's just say that. He's deep towards his own box, tracking back to win the ball, and he does. Well done. Well done, George. Right. Replays cut to Sanchez. Penalty spot. Plays it out wide right to Trevor Chalobah. who strolls up towards halfway inside his own half, stops and plays it inside to Tosin. And he's got to go. Oh, he doesn't. He gives it to Reece James. Centre circle, being pressed straight away. Four Copenhagen players around James and Casido. We keep playing the ball into their feet. Give it wide. Give it wide for Christ's sake. Buddy silly now. Halfway line. There you go. Cucurella on the byline. No option. Has to go back inside. Tossing. Now go the other side quickly. Keep spreading it from right to left. Make the ball do the work. Make them tired. The ball never gets tired. So Tossing's trying to play a ball between defenders over the top. It's gone straight through to the goalkeeper. This is painful to watch because we're playing into Copenhagen's hands. Goalkeeper with possession. 44 minutes, 45 seconds gone. Oh, Jesus. Daffod's spot on as well, by the way. So is Nicholas. The goalkeeper's got ball his feet, not doing nothing with it at the minute. Isn't Chelsea at all. It isn't. Seth, so slow, I'm falling asleep. Martin says it's crap. It is. Goalkeeper launches it. Tosin's got time to chest it down and go back to Sanchez, who plays it out first time to Chalobah. He plays the ball into Casido on the byline. Chalobah inside to Cole Palmer. Switches it out to his left-hand side to Badiashile. And he's up over halfway inside of our half. Plays it Dewsbury Hall halfway line. Lays it straight off back to Badiashile. Centre circle. Casido, Cole Palmer. Halfway inside there, Ralph now. Palmer has to cut back inside left-footed. Palmer trying to find an option. He's drawn players near him and gives Reece James a bit of space. Out to Cucurella. 2 minutes of injury time. We've got a minute left of it. Toss in. Inside their halfway. Camped in it. Chalobah. Ball inside to Casido. Dink ball to James. Back to Badiashile. Oh, my God. Can anybody else see this or not? Maresca, what are you doing? What are you fucking doing? We've gone backwards again. We go backwards. We play balls inside to midfield in a crowded area and they have to go back every single time. We're back inside our own half here. Fucking triangles, Dewsbury Hall. Him and Reece James. James comes out with the ball. Well done. Out to Cucurella. Edge of the penalty box, Cucurella. Dewsbury Hall's beyond him. Takes two defenders with him and goes backwards again. Cucurella pressed. As soon as they're pressing us, they're sitting deep and pressing. Casido, ball over the top to nobody. Easy for the defenders to get the ball away. Up to halfway to Tosin, to Badiashile. Inside Casido, pressed. Back to Tosin, to Badiashile. Don't give it inside, he has done again. Casido, but the defender dropped off him. Casido's got a little bit of space. Dewsbury Hall, halfway inside their half. Can't go anywhere. Casido, little dink ball outside to Cole Palmer. Palmer, looking for an option. He's got one in Reece James, just outside the penalty box. One more. Cucurella takes a touch. Back to James. Cross comes in left-footed. Swinger. Headed by Tariq George. Too wide. Unlucky. 0-0, half-time. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So, listen. If you're watching this for the first time and you've never seen my channel before, I'm not normally negative. And a lot of people on my channel that have been on my channel for a long time, following, will know that I'm quite a positive person. Recently, I've had no choice but to be a bit negative with all this. And what I'm about to say now is what I've been saying for weeks, okay? You're a manager or head coach, whatever you want to be, and you're employed to run the football inside the football team. Okay, you manage that football team. You prepare the team, you train the team, you prepare them for games. But when the game is taking place, it's your responsibility to influence the game by your team selection, by your tactics. If they don't work, you're paid to make the necessary changes, the necessary decisions to force the result, to change it for the positive, to change it for the better. The problem that we've got is our manager is a one-trick pony. He hasn't got an alternative tactical solution. Copenhagen, to their credit, are giving Chelsea the utmost respect. They are playing a back five, flat back five that are dropping off to the edge of their penalty box. They got three players, three midfielders in front of them working hard, side to side, closing the players down. Their forward line drops into midfield to almost make it like a 5-3-2, but those 3 and 2 in front of defenders are compact in midfield. So as soon as the ball goes over halfway for Chelsea, they're hunting us down and they're closing the players down. The problem that we fucking got is that we've got possession of the football and we're going inside all the time to an already compact, crowded area, and we've got no option to just go back to Badia Seal, back to fucking tossing again every single time. We need players out wide and stay on the byline. We need I feel so sorry for Maresca because he's not in the game, because he's not getting anything given to him, because we can't build anything for what we're doing. And this is where the manager's got to change it. This is where he's got to make changes. I said in my last video on my channel, take you back to Antonio Conte's title-winning season, his first season as our manager, when we won the title. He against West Brom, horrible team, fucking West Brom, playing the same way that Copenhagen are playing now. They had no intention of trying to win the game under Tony Pulis, that horrible team, and they come to Stamford Bridge to defend and get a draw. So, Antonio Conte set his initial tactic out, wasn't working. He made 3 substitutions, Conte, in that season, in that game, and with every substitution, he changed our tactical shape and our formation. He tried to influence the game from the sideline to try and help the opposition, help the team beat the opposition by trying different things and alternatives. And what happened? It was still a bit of a struggle, but Diego Costa, if you can remember, he went out the byline, barged the defender off the ball, drove in towards the penalty box and rifled one into the top corner. But because we made those changes, the defender found himself isolated with Costa out in that position. This is what I'm keep trying to say to people. This is what I keep fucking trying to say about our manager. Right now, the way we're playing and the instructions we've given the players, especially Tariq George, keep fucking coming inside, is doing my head in and it ain't working. So what we need to do is we now need to go and make the changes. Unfortunately, we've got to take off Maresca and we've got to take off George. He's got to go Pedro Neto and he's got to go Nkunku. And who else we got on the bench? Let me have a look. On the bench, we've also got Sancho. So make those 3 changes. Go Sancho, Nkunku, and Neto. Take off Maresca, George, and Dewsbury Hall. And you've got to go Nkunku up front, Sancho on the left, Neto on the right, Cole Palmer's the number 10. And then what we got to do is say to Nkunku and Neto, Sancho and Neto, stay on the byline and instruct everybody else on that fucking pitch in a Chelsea shirt, when you get that ball, go wide. First ball was wide. Don't go 10-yard ball inside to midfield to Casido, who's got players around his arse. Don't go inside to fucking Reece James so they can play little 10-yard balls and then go backwards again. I don't want to see tossing with the ball at his feet, just doing little jogging with the ball, just looking for a ball, and he's got nothing wide, so he goes inside. I don't want to see that anymore. It's fucking disgrace is what it is. So we are making a bang average team look good because of the way we're playing, because of the way we're set up by the manager. He's got to change it. If I can see it, and I'm sure plenty of you agree or plenty of you have got a different opinion, but you're going to make changes, then why can't he see it? If we come out again second half and there's no changes, then God help us. Honestly, God help us. This is why I've said, unfortunately, because our running, let me have a look on here. I'm on the Chelsea official website here. Let me just show you. I can't show you anything, but I want to show you our fixtures. I want to go through our fixtures we got left. Okay, we've got Leicester on Sunday. Copenhagen again next Thursday at Stamford Bridge. After Leicester, we've got Arsenal away. We then got Tottenham at home, Brentford away, Ipswich at home. We've then got to play Fulham away at some point. We've got Everton at home, Liverpool at home, Newcastle away, Man United at home, Forest away. We've got Forest, United, Newcastle, Liverpool, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Brentford, Tottenham, Arsenal, Leicester. Because of our manager, because of the fact that it's a one-trick pony, And because we haven't got any other tactical shape that we can play, we're not going to get top 4. Forget it. I'm not negative normally. I really am not negative, but I can't stand it. I can't stand sitting here watching us play like we are in one of the most boring, mundane, just dire halves of football I think I've ever seen. Chelsea have not had a single shot on target. It's awful. It's just so. It's baffling. It's absolutely baffling, people. It really is. So that's it for me. Right now, Dewsbury Hall, George, Moeka come off. Left-hand side, Sancho. Right-hand side, Neto. Up front, Nkunku. Cole Palmer's number 10. And play wide, play high energy, play attacking football, get the ball wide at pace, quickly when you win back possession. No fucking around with the ball in midfield. Get it out wide and go after these people, because we create chances time and time again. All it takes is one goal and the game will open up. They have to change the way they're playing. It'll open up and we'll get 2, 3 or 4. Honestly, if it comes out the same way, if he comes out with no changes, then God help us. Honestly, I'm sorry, people. I'm not normally that negative, but so I'm going to go through and put your comments up on screen. Okay, so where were we? Earlier on, there's a comment here which I like from David. Need JT in that dressing to give us a lot kick up the arse. Because how boring is this? Right, here we go. Giuseppe, we all need to wake up. Seth. Nicholas, not Champions League club at the moment for the foreseeable future. Giuseppe agrees we need to change things in the second half. Bella, why bring Palmer back then play the reserves? Super Chelsea TV. 3 clients that are getting all touches, visible striker and turn over Dewsbury. Nice tactics, manager. Joyless and unimaginative football. I can't disagree, Nicholas. I cannot disagree with you, mate. I have to say. David. The owners tweeted, no major surgery for the first team, only minor tweaks. Forget about Champions League, everyone. No creativity or ideas. Mikey, disgrace. Our title signal should be to get a shot on goal. Formation makes us feel like we've got 2 less players. Always one player out wide instead of winger and overlapping fullbacks. Comes from manager, the cracks are appearing. Peter's not boxing, we could just throw the towel in. Oh dear. Where do you go from here as a club, man? Nicholas goes here, said it perfectly, says Chris. Thanks for your comment, Chris. Everybody else, smash the like button for me as well, please. I'm doing this from the StreamYard site, as you can probably tell. Can't see the actual number of likes. Hopefully it's a good number. Smash the like button for me. It's ball-by-ball match coverage, even though it is like it is at the minute, because I can only describe and commentate on what I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing is fucking crap. It's just, you know, it's mind-numbing. It's when you can see what's happening, and you sit and think, make a change, you know. But this is what I said. I said in commentary in that half. I said that we need experienced players on that pitch to grab hold of something and just force a change. Someone to go, do you know what? Forget what he told you. Get out wide and stand that byline, George. Don't you go and tuck inside. Don't go trying to press. So what's happening with Tariq George is the left-hand side, his centre-back has got the ball on the edge, on the corner of his own penalty box. So we sort of go to press and we don't. So George comes off the right wing and he goes to close him down. So he's looking at him thinking, oh, he's coming. So all he does is move over. So when he moves across the centre-back, and he plays the ball that way, 2 of their players are clued up here. The midfielder, holding midfielder, drops into close towards his 2 centre-backs to give him a ball to play into his feet. And then the other midfielder drifts out to the left-hand side to the space where Tariq George just left. And all they've got to do is beat us to the press, play the ball into the midfielder, and he goes out to the space where George left because no one's covered him. And so they got to run at Chalobah. It's simple. It's simple. But I saw a comment somebody made earlier, which I need to put on the screen because I don't take George off on that 76, put Neto and Sancho and move Palmer to the middle. I thought you were talking about 76 minutes. Oh dear. Trust the process. Who's watching paint dry and paint does get exciting, doesn't it? Angle, process has to continue. Martin, any bets to see if he changes it? Daffyd, odds on he doesn't until the 70th. Angle agrees with that. I would change 3 players right now, just to reiterate what I'm saying, what I've said, and I'll say it again. George, Dewsbury Hall, Paul Moeka off. Sancho, left-hand side. Neto, right-hand side. Nkunku up front. Cole Palmer in behind them. Go after this game and go and win it 2 or 3. Simple as that. Because they have no choice to back off. But we have to play, get the ball into defenders or midfielders and go out wide. Left or right, first ball. First look, wide. Don't go inside. But the way from a Copenhagen aspect, they're probably just marvellous. They're in there at half time going, this has been a good first half for us. They've had no shots on target. They can't build anything through midfield because we're closing them out. Their tactic is literally let Chelsea come with the ball up to halfway. As soon as it goes over halfway, whether it goes wide or through the middle, they're on to the person that's got the ball and they're up their arse. And we've got no option to play the ball forward. And we either have to keep going backwards to the centre-backs or come inside. Jesus Christ. Honestly. It's just like, I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Anyway, we've still got half of football to go, people. Let's get pumped for it. If there's a change, we can celebrate. That arguably might be the only time we celebrate tonight, but never know. In case you're wondering, allergic reaction I've had to something I've eaten. It's horrendous. Got nothing about it. I've had to put like a filter on this. If I move backwards, come forward. Horrible. Anyway, to think I've been looking forward to doing this all day. And I'll sit and watch this. I'm glad I did. Imagine, see, this is who I feel sorry for. Those Chelsea, those true diehard Chelsea fans that go to away games, that go and do this. On the other one, bloody hell. Europa League, Rangers, Fenerbahce 1, Rangers 2. Wow. Bloody hell. What's this one I'm looking at now? Tottenham. They're losing. Bergvall, an own goal. Oh, dear. Oh, changes are being made, but it's not who I said it was. It's Levi Colwill and Enzo Fernandez coming on. So Colwill's on for Badiashile. Jesus. And Enzo's coming on for who? Nkunku is on. Nkunku's on. So Nkunku's on for Moeka and Casido's off for Enzo Fernandez to come on. So our wingers, Neto and Jadon Sancho, are still sitting on their asses on the bench. Why on earth? Why on earth? Please tell me, people. Please, someone tell me. So they kick off. Honestly. Launch ball high. Over Tossing's head. Chalobah gets the ball away. It comes to Dewsbury Hall. He's playing on the right-hand side now. And Copenhagen coming away with the ball. Well done, Cole Palmer. He's nicked it off the midfielder as he's driving forward. Palmer collects it, plays the ball, looking for... He plays the ball to no one. Just over their defence, straight to the goalkeeper. So, looking at this, I'm trying to work out the formation here. I think Tariq George is playing up front. So they play a long ball for it, and Cucurella's done well to win a throw-in just inside of our half, and he plays it to Enzo, to Cole Palmer. No, it's Nkunku. Oh, well done, Cucurella. He takes hold of the ball, Cucurella, down the byline, pulls the ball back beyond everyone. It comes out to Reece James, who drives one. Reece James has just scored from 25 yards, an absolute grass cutter, which the goalkeeper, I don't know how on earth he's not saved that, but we've just scored. First minute of the second half. How's your luck? Jesus Christ. Who would have thought that? Deary me. Honestly. So the ball went, a goal kick went out, and it went 5 yards inside of our half, and Cucurella out on the left-hand side, up against their winger. It goes off for a throw, and we take it quickly to Enzo. He's inside their half, just inside their half. He gives it to Nkunku, who's trying to hold the ball up with the fullback, having a bit of a wrestle, and Nkunku thinks he's got himself a free kick, but he hasn't. But Cucurella's alive to it, and he sort of goes forward, and he pulls the ball back. He's sort of 10 yards from the corner flag, and he pulls it back to the edge of the box, and it evades everyone. And Reece James walks onto it, and he hits the ball, grass cutter, from 25, 30 yards down into the near post. The goalkeeper, for some reason, has stepped to his left one step, and he can't get back over, and Chelsea score. From absolutely nothing, an unbelievable turn of events. Anyway, so now we're after him. I'm going to work. I'll give you the formation in just a minute. So they're coming forward. They played it up to the striker who's playing it out to the right-hand side. Chelsea trying to shut it all down, and we do. And it's a Copenhagen throwing on the right-hand side. Our left. 5 yards inside of our half. So, just give you the formation. So, it's the back four is the same as it was as it finished the first half. Cucurella left back. The two centre-backs are Tosin and Badiashile. No, Colwell and Badiashile. And Tosin and Chalobah right back. You've now got Reece James and Enzo Fernandez, middle of midfield. The three in behind the striker is Nkunku left, Palmer, and Dewsbury Hall on the right, with Tyreek George up front. So, Chelsea throwing. Gone back to Colwell, launches the ball high, inside their half, all up the line. And it's easy for the goalkeeper just to recover it. Oh, what's happened here? I don't know what's happened here. The second ball's come into play and we're carrying on. I don't know what's happened, but they've got the ball, Copenhagen, inside their own half, left back position, playing the ball inside to their midfield. And with that, the stream started freezing. It's buffering. Brilliant. It's the BT Sport app. Come on. I'll pay for this nonsense. It'll pick up again in a minute, but we've got a goal. That's the most important thing, is that we've scored here. Oh, dearie me. BT Sport, have a word. Seriously. It's like, have a word with whatever you're doing, BT Sport, for Christ's sake. Still buffering. I can't commentate. I'm saying it's buffering, for Christ's sake. Anyway, let me try and bring it up on a different option that I've got. Hold on. Oh, come on, for God's sake. Right, where am I? This is severely delayed, this coverage. Anyway, 48 minutes, 24 seconds, and my BT Sport is frozen, which is just great, isn't it? So I've got it on my phone, but it's delayed by about a minute. Anyway, hold on 1 second. Right, we're back. Jesus Christ. Lost 2 minutes to that. Chelsea got possession inside their own half. Bottom of the centre circle, Enzo. Plays it out to Cole Palmer on the right wing, halfway line. He's got defender up against him, forced him back inside. And you know what this means? It means we hope we now go after him, or it could mean we're going to sit on it, but hopefully we're not. Anyways, come out left-hand side. Enzo Fernandez driving forward over halfway. He's edge of the penalty box. Crowded out eventually. And now Copenhagen trying to play forward. The defenders or the attackers been covered off by Colwell and by tossing back to Sanchez. God dear. He rolls it to Colwell just in front of the striker for Copenhagen. And we get away with it, luckily enough. So Reece James, bottom of the centre circle, gives it to Enzo. First time ball out, left wing, Cucurella. Into Nkunku, first time ball to Enzo. Nkunku, halfway line. Inside to Enzo. George makes a run through the middle. He comes this way to toss in. Reece James, out to Cole Palmer, right-hand side. Acres of space. Goes forward and stops and turns back inside to Reece James. Chalobah. Palmer, inside to James. Back to Chalobah. Chalobah. Honestly. No, wood cheddar. Right. Deep inside our own half here. Chalobah, halfway inside it. Cole Palmer on the right-hand side. Waiting for a challenge and goes in to toss it. Enzo Fernandez, bottom of the centre circle, looking for an out ball. He lifts one over the defender to Nkunku, who's dropped in. Cucurella's high. Nkunku's dropped into the deeper position. Enzo collects the ball halfway line. Chalobah looking for a ball, and he's got one, which is Dewsbury Hall's playing right wing. Loose first touch, but does well to recover it. Back to Chalobah to toss in. Colwell to Enzo. Back inside. Toss in. Enzo Fernandez, bottom of the centre circle, plays the ball right hand side. Palmer across, first time ball up to Dewsbury Hall. Holds the ball up. Back to Cole Palmer, but forcing backwards towards halfway. Back to Trevor Chalobah. Tossing. Turns away from the challenge, gives it back to Chalobah. He's going to go back to Sanchez, edge of his own penalty box. Sanchez into the feet of Enzo, being pressed. Back to tossing. Back to the goalkeeper. Copenhagen with 5 players pushing, pressing. Into the feet of Nkunku to George. Can he hold the ball up? He doesn't. He draws the foul. Well done, Tyreek George. Just deeper in the centre circle, he's drawn a foul inside our own half. Well done, Tyreek George. Oh, the option I've just missed, by the way, they've hit the post. When my stream froze, they hit the post. They got in down the left-hand side, shot across the goalkeeper, hit the post and come back to Sanchez. So they have got in and hit the post. Jesus. Anyway, Copenhagen with the ball at the back. Tyreek George after him. Centre-back comes out left-hand side. They've got a bit of space here. Left-back comes forward. Palmer gets across. Ball into the striker. He lays the ball off. 25 yards from goal. Reece James busy with Enzo. Trying to play him backwards. They're trying to play forward, Copenhagen. They're doing well. Keep on possession at the minute, but Chelsea are doing well as well defensively. They've gone back towards halfway. Little triangles themselves, Copenhagen. They've managed to work it and found some space. Ball inside, between defenders. Outside the edge of the box. Shot is wayward. And it goes 10 yards wide from a Churi. But the moment that I missed, they played the ball, they got the ball in left-hand side of our penalty box. It's literally by the 6-yard corner 6-yard box, and they just drilled the shot past Sanchez. I see it here. Got in behind Reece James. Left foot, beats Sanchez and hits the post and literally flush and comes square back to Sanchez on the diag, away from goal, straight to Sanchez's hands. Close call from Copenhagen. Anyway, we're playing out from the back. What's happened here? Larson, the captain's been penalised for something. Not sure what. 54 gone. Chelsea winning 1-0. Copenhagen have hit the post shortly after the time we scored. It's the goal kick. The referee's not happy with the goal kick. Sanchez got to take it again. 2 centre-backs line up each side of the 6-yard box. He gives it to right to toss in. Back to Sanchez. Into the feet of Enzo. To toss in. To Chalobah. Trying to play out. Gets a goal kick from it. It's so telegraphed. It really is telegraphed. And if that was true, if the rumours are true and he said to Jorgensen, if you play the ball long, then you're going to get subbed off. Shocking. You can't beat a long ball now and again. I don't understand why it's a problem. Why can't you play long ball? Don't understand it. They're just showing the goal again. Cucurella, great. Pulls the ball back. It evades George and just steps onto it and hits it first time. Grass cutter. Anyway. So what's happening here? The referee's having a go at class and again about something again. So we're trying to play out from the back again. So Cole's taken the corner, the goal kick from the 6-yard box, give it to Sanchez. He found Enzo who will play up his arse. Your natural instinct when you got the ball at your feet, if you're playing football, no matter what level it is, where it could be basic, whatever, school ground, whatever. If you go look at play a ball to someone, they got someone up their arse. You won't give it to them, will you? Why do we keep doing it? Anyway, we're up to halfway. Chalobah steps forward, finds Reece James. Little ball in between defenders to Cole Palmer, but he's been blocked off, so he has to go back out wide to Dewsbury Hall. He goes back to halfway, inside of our half to Chalobah, back to Tosin, and he's going to go left-hand side to Colwill. They're playing higher, 5 across the back line, Copenhagen again. The same 5 people are working hard in the middle, and we're still playing the ball, 10-yard balls in the middle. Enzo collects it off for Tosin, looking for an out ball. Cucurella goes, he's caught offside, so he has to hold his pass. Enzo's doing this, saying, give me an option. Someone give me an option. Anyway, Tosin, bottom of the centre circle, gives it to Chalobah. Inside is Reece James. Long ball over the top, looking for a winger, but no one's there. Palmer goes after it. It's going to go through to the goalkeeper, and he takes the touch. Edge of his own penalty box. 1 bounce. Then rolls it out to his centre-back, who's alongside of him. Plays it into midfield. Back to the goalkeeper. Now he launches it. Lofted ball high. Deep inside of our half. Held away by Tosin. Backed up by Reece James, who does well to win it. Chalobah trying to find Cole Palmer, but plays it beyond him to the midfield of Copenhagen. Left-hand side now, Copenhagen. Edge of our penalty box, taking on Chalobah. He's a runner outside of him. Cross comes in, but not high enough. Comes out to the defensive midfielder, takes 1 touch, 2 touch, lofts the ball over the top, tries to bring it down, but he's offside. But Sanchez come out to his feet anyway. Ref says play on. But well done defensively, Chelsea there. Held their line. He was miles off. We play out to Palmer, and he has to go back inside early to Tosin, edge of the penalty box, and he gives it to Colwill, you can imagine, and he gives it up to Nkunku, just on the halfway line, back inside and backwards. Colwill, Badiashile, 10 yards outside of our penalty box, Chalobah, Palmer, man up his arse, inside to James, back to Palmer, plays a good ball, looking for Enzo. We've opened him up again now. Cucurella's on the overlap. Cucurella, inside to Nkunku, slows it down. He's got Enzo inside of him. Enzo's got one more. Ball over the top to Cucurella. Cucurella's in. Cucurella heads it past the goalkeeper, and the ball goes just wide. Unlucky Cucurella. Imagine a couple of seasons ago, the Champions League winning season, we played away at Atletico Madrid in COVID. And it was a move where Ben Chilwell come in off the left-hand side, and we played him in, and he dinked the ball past the goalkeeper, and he had enough on it to then go and tap it home. Same thing happened for Cucurella. Cucurella, as the ball went over the top inside the penalty box, keeper come out, he nodded it past him, but it was too far in front of him. He couldn't do anything with it, and it went a yard wide. Unlucky. So Copenhagen lofted ball out to the right-hand side. Cole up against their striker, does well to win the header. Changes the foot for Copenhagen. Sanchez, dilly-dallying with it, gives it to Tosin. Chalobah, inside is Reece James now, acres of space, inside his own half. Palmer. Tosin. Copenhagen backing off. Palmer's a marked man. Every time he's got the ball, he's got someone up his arse. Enzo, looking for a runner. It was Cole Palmer. He's had to stop his run because he was going offside. Frustrated Palmer. You can see it. Gone backwards. Bottom of the centre circle, inside of our half. Trevor Chalobah under pressure as Copenhagen come forward, and Tosin nearly lost it then. It's gone to Sanchez. Sanchez into Enzo Fernandez. First time ball at Chalobah. Edge of our box is Tosin to James. Back out to Chalobah. Into the feet of Cole Palmer. He can't go anywhere. He's got players up his arse. Back to Tosin, edge of our penalty box. I suppose we've got the goal now, so we can do what we want, but my God. Honestly. We could beat this lot. Just put Neto and Sancho on and go for it. Anyway, Palm on the halfway line. Under pressure again. Has to go inside to James. Lofts a long raking ball out to Cucurella. Can he get there? He does. Picks it up by the corner flag. Pulls it back to Nkunku. Edge of the penalty box. In the corner of it. Enzo. Ball over the top. Looking for Nkunku. Heads it back inside. They get the ball away. Only as far as Enzo Fernandez. Edge of the penalty box. Corner. Enzo, ball over the top, looking for a runner. Blocked off Dewsbury Hall, unfortunately. Easy for the goalkeeper. So you put it in chat earlier. 70 minutes in, he's going to make a change. With 60 minutes gone, he made 2 changes at half time, 3 changes, which is fair enough. He's got a couple more to make, and I would do Neto and Sancho if it was him, if I was him, for Dewsbury Hall and for George. That's what I would do. Anyway, George is playing up front, but he's not in it. Long ball from Copenhagen, easy for tossing. Heads it down to Cucurella. Just a little bit deeper than the bottom of the centre circle inside of our half, and he plays it from left to right to Chalobah. Under pressure, back to tossing. Colwill, halfway inside our own half, out to Nkunku. Nkunku plays a 1-2 with Fernandez. We're going backwards with possession, back towards our own penalty box. And we've got the ball on our own penalty box now. James, back to Sanchez. First time, tossing, Sanchez. Left-hand side is now Colwill. Colwill, long ball over the top, looking for a runner. Looking for Tariq George's run, but unfortunately it's gone for, he's played it up the line and out. It's gone straight away for a throw-in down straight to the goalkeeper. He lays it off to centre-back. He plays it to left-hand side. The halfway side of our own half here. Left-hand side of centre. Play a ball between the lines into our half, left wing. Give and go, and they're through. Man inside. Well done, Cole Palmer. He got his body in the way. They were in on goal. He's got he's tracked the run, Palmer, and he's got his body in to make a real good interception, and Chelsea come forward. Up to Nkunku. Is it George? It was George on halfway. He was waiting for the ball to come to him. Copenhagen, 1-2 passes. Well done, Cucurella. They were in down the right-hand side. Cucurella's covered it off. Up the line. Enzo, Nkunku trying to get there. Referee says play on. It's just them going forward. We're going forward. Everyone keeps losing possession at the minute, and Copenhagen put their foot on it and go back to their centre-backs inside the centre circle. Centre-back just does this. Puts his foot on the ball and just does this. Now he plays it square to his right side of his centre-back, just inside his own half, and he plays a 20-yard ball forward into our half, and Chelsea do well to win it on halfway. Well done, Tariq George. Out left-hand side is Nkunku. Halfway inside their half. He's got George beyond him. James inside. Gives it to James. Cucurella back to James. Inside the centre circle, top of it is Enzo inside their half. Left ball 5 yards left to James, to Nkunku, and he goes out to Cucurella and gives it back to Nkunku. Nkunku coming off that wing inside centre circle or dead centre to Enzo. Cole Palmer now in that pocket right hand side, back on his left foot, shoots from distance, Palmer, and it goes just wide. He's asking, saying the goalkeeper made a save. Did he make the save? Palmer turned away on the right-hand side. He come back on his left foot, and he's had a shot from distance. And I don't think the goalkeeper touched it. He's claiming there's a corner, but there isn't. It went about 2 yards wide. The referee's had to go over to Cole Palmer and explain his decision. So now they make their changes, Copenhagen. Take their time with it as well, by the way. Anyway. So, Copenhagen playing out from the back. Chelsea pressing, trying to win back possession. Dewsbury Hall's not in this game. He's got to take him off. He just can't get in the game at the minute. Through no fault of his own. Anyway, George is working hard. He's tracking back. Well done. We've won it. Ball inside. Pull back. Enzo Fernandez shoots and Enzo Fernandez scores. Does it stand? It stands. Well done, Chelsea. I have to say, they played out from the back. They're trying to play out on the right-hand side. And they've played the ball out to the right fullback. And Tariq George gone after him. And George stops the option of a ball out. And the defender panics. And George is there with Nkunku. And Tariq George wins it, and I think it goes to, let me see what it goes to. It goes to somebody else. So it's Nkunku who's gone out there with Cucurella, And then Nkunku then gets the ball and he plays it into the feet of Tyreek George. And Tyreek George is aware. He looks, he pulls the ball back towards the penalty spot. And Enzo Fernandez steps up, collects the ball and rifles it into the top left-hand corner. Well done, George. Enzo, brilliant. Brilliant goal. And it's 2-0 Chelsea. The game has changed. Thank Christ for that. The game has changed. Brilliant goal from Chelsea. All done by, it's actually Cucurella and Nkunku, but it's mainly Nkunku with the initial press that done really well to just win back possession with Cucurella. And then it was a ball inside. They get the right muddle at right back. And the defenders played George on. Done really well. But well done, Chelsea. Goal in the 65th minute. It's 2-0. So, again, they play out from the back here. And they've gone backwards at their kickoff as well, by the way, which is really weird. Up to halfway, and we've won it with Cucurella. Make the changes now and go after the game. Get a couple more. Anyway, Cucurella, inside to Enzo. He goes back to Colwill. Chelsea comfortable now. More than comfortable. Halfway inside of our own half here. The goal. The ball's no further than 5 yards away from the corner flag. That's the position it was, right over by the byline. And the defender got himself in a right mess. But well done, Chelsea. Chelsea's playing it across the defensive line at the minute, up to Cole Palmer, and he's under pressure, and he goes back to the goalkeeper. This game, 1 shot on target from Copenhagen, 2 from Chelsea. We've got 2 goals. Playing it out again from the back, up to Palmer. He's under pressure, back to Tosin. He's done well under pressure. To go out wide left to Colwill. He's got acres of space to drive into Colwill. He's got George making a run in behind. He finds him. Tyreek George is there, down the line, left-hand side. Pulls the ball back on the edge, but he's gone back, unfortunately, behind Nkunku, and Copenhagen bring the ball away, but the referee's now given offside. Honestly, whoever created this rule about the offside and blowing up, waiting for a play to play out and then blow up is just needs shooting. Copenhagen with a bit of urgency, trying to play out. It's a left-back position. Dewsbury Hall's after him. Edge of their own box now, Copenhagen. Playing little triangles. George is still working hard. Tracking them down. Well done, George. Well done. Making them rush for it. But they've managed to play out up to halfway. Dewsbury Hall did take him off. Anyway, giving the ball to Cole Palmer now. Little dink ball inside to Dewsbury Hall. First touch for him for a while. And he goes, good ball as well, under pressure inside to Tosin. Plays the ball wide left to Nkunku. And he's in, left-hand side. Out on the byline. Comes inside, edge of the penalty box with Enzo Fernandez. Tries to play a 1-2, but Enzo's played it too far in front of him. Nkunku can't get there, and it's a goal kick. Unlucky. Space is opening up now. Copenhagen got to go for it. They're now going to be in for a difficult game next week at the Bridge. They've got to go for it, and the game's going to open. This is where I would change it with 2 more. I would go Sancho Neto for George and Dewsbury Hall, and really go for this game and try and get 3, 4, 5. So one of their defenders has gone down with cramp. Tells you everything, doesn't it? Cramp, or is it boredom? So good finish from Enzo Fernandez. So just to describe that goal again, the goalkeeper's, they're playing out from the back. So the goalkeeper rolls it out to the right back. But he gives it to him, and he's 5 yards away from the corner flag. So Nkunku is alive to it. So he goes out to meet him, and Cucurella swarms him from... So Cucurella's coming on him this way. Nkunku's coming on him this way. He's got no out ball, and he panics. And he tries to sort of turn back on himself. Nkunku gets his body between him and the ball and does really well to win it off of him, along with Cucurella. And the ball deflects to Cucurella, who's about 2 yards away from him. They're out on the byline, and he rolls a little ball inside, so Nkunku just come off the byline. And then Nkunku looks up and he sees Tyreek George inside the corner of the penalty box. And he plays the ball between defenders to George. George picks up the loose ball, or picks up the ball from Nkunku, and he looks up because he's probably about 6 yards from the byline, and he spots Enzo by he's bringing Sancho on, thank Christ. And what he does, he pulls the ball back to Enzo, and Enzo lets the ball go across his body, side-footed it into the far corner. Great finish. 70 minutes gone, 2-0 up. They're still playing their triangles at the minute, Copenhagen. They managed to get themselves a throw-in. Right, change will be made now. So Sancho's coming on, but he's been told to wait for a little bit. Dewsbury Hall's blowing out of his arse by the looks of it at the moment. But through no fault of his own, he's playing two different positions here at Dewsbury Hall, and he's ineffective. Ineffective first half because of the way we were playing. Copenhagen have gone backwards, by the way. The ball's inside their own half. They're just playing from their centre-backs to their midfielder. We're giving him space to turn. He's looking for an out ball, but he hasn't got one. So he has to go back inside. Centre-back to midfielder. Centre-back. Ball between the lines. Finds one. Enzo comes across. And well done, Enzo. He put him off because he went to play a ball to the winger, but the winger dropped in. Enzo put him off and he played the ball straight out of play. Chelsea throwing. So 20. Cole Palmer's coming off for Jadon Sancho. There's a change. Who would have thought of that? He's given Palmer some time, obviously. So we've got Leicester on Sunday. So yeah, Sancho's on for Cole Palmer. So changes at half time. We saw Enzo, we saw Colwill, and we saw Nkunku, and we've now seen Jadon Sancho. He's got one more to make. Is it 5? Or is it loads in the Europa League Conference League? I can't remember. Anyway, so Palmer's off after 71 minutes. So Chelsea throwing deep inside our own half here with Cucurella. Cucurella takes it to Reece James. Back to Cucurella. Gives it to Colwill. He's under a bit of pressure here. And draws the foul, Colwill. He doesn't. He's down, Colwill. Out on the byline here. He's down. Hold on to his... And he's getting up now. Copenhagen throwing. They're trying to play out. Well done, Jadon Sancho. First involvement is to win, intercept a ball to the winger, and then Sanchez launch it over halfway. And Nkunku's going after it. Defender sort of half deals with it. And then he's backed up by his midfielder, heading it back towards his goal, his penalty box. Centre-back goes to collect it and then gives it to a midfielder called Dix, D-I-K-S, who collects the ball. And he's just slowing the whole play down from Copenhagen. So, 10 yards outside their own penalty box here, Copenhagen, with the ball at their feet. Chelsea with Tyreek George pushing forward. He's run his socks off, George. I'll give him that. In his second half, he has, my word. Anyway, Chelsea doing well. Just pressing them with possession. They've gone back to their centre-backs again. Edge their own penalty box for the ball. Back to the goalkeeper. Brings onto his left foot and launches it high. Toss in. Should win it, and he does. Up the line. Sancho will collect it, and he does. Jadon Sancho. Back inside to Chalobah. Toss in. Reece James. Toss in. Pressed by Copenhagen at pace. Back to Colwill. Goes back to the goalkeeper, Sanchez, on his penalty spot. Takes a touch. James with a player up his arse. Deary me. Manages to get it away to Colwill. Colwill. Looking for an option. Nkunku drops in. Pass is completed. Copenhagen 291. Chelsea 589 with 20 minutes to go. Enzo Fernandez was 17 minutes to go. 16, I should say. 73-47 we're on. Plus injury time, about 20 to go. Chelsea just inside their half, just slowing it down. Little ball out wide and then back inside. And then Nkunku back inside to Enzo. Enzo. Centre circle. Tossing. Chalobah. Going after him. Gets rid of it up the line. Looking for Sancho. Can't find him. Over Dewsbury Hall's head. But then Reece James mops up and finds Jadon Sancho. Chalobah. Tossing. James. Chalobah. Dewsbury Hall. Loses possession. Tries to win a frame and loses it. Copenhagen win it and play it into midfield. Come out to his left-hand side. Just inside of our half, Copenhagen. Ball up the line. Left-hand side. Chalobah comes out to meet the winger. Holds him up. Has to go back to his full-back. And he has to go back to his centre-half on a centre circle. Chelsea doing well defensively. Copenhagen, little 10-yard triangles just inside of our half, not going anywhere. And again, George again running after him, trying to shut him down. Well done, George. Keep working hard. Well done. Well done. Force them back 10 yards. Their play is so slow. Now they play a long raking ball out to the right-hand side. Can Cucurella get there? No. Him and the winger go up for the header together. Winger ends up in a heap on the floor. Referee says play on. They said Chelsea throw him. Taken quickly deep. Colwell is forced back by his own byline and gives the ball away. But Cucurella does really well to mop up. Well done. and win it and finds Dewsbury Hall in midfield. He lets the ball go across him to George, who then lays it off to Chalobah. Chalobah drives forward up to halfway, literally rugby tackled and brought down by the winger who's injured himself from doing so. Is it the centre half who's done that? Dix. He's rugby tackled him, so he's going to get booked. Chalobah just sort of shrugs it off as if to say, what do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Anyway, yeah, it is Dix, the defender. He literally grabs hold of his right arm on his shoulder and just drags him to the floor. Chalobah's mouthing off saying to him as he went down. I don't know what he said, but it wasn't complimentary. Let's just say that. Anyway, he's injured himself, that dude, and he's asked him to be subbed off. Chelsea got a free kick here. Taken quickly and backwards to Tosin, who goes back to Sanchez. Inside the D, outside of his penalty box. Plays it up to Enzo. He's got to play up his arse. Enzo holds on to it, gives it to Tosin. Tosin wide right to Chalobah. Ball up towards George, who does well to hold it up and to find Sancho. Sancho under pressure gives the ball away, unfortunately. They won it on halfway. Driving forward out to his left-hand side. God dear, he's nutmegged Chalobah. The winger has just done him, completely done Chalobah, and Chalobah brought him down. No booking. Referee said free kick all day long. He just played it around, didn't nutmeg him. He just played it around him, as Chalobah told himself on the byline. You don't dive in, just stand up. It's the golden rule. You're told that at school. If the ball goes wide, don't dive into a challenge. Stand up and make someone play the ball around you. Chalobah dove into a tackle. The bloke just knocked it past him. So Copenhagen free kick. Daffy, thank you, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. So Chiaka is down. Dix is coming off. He's worse for wear from that challenge. He was only given the captain's armband about 10 minutes ago. It's cursed, that armband. Yeah, he's not happy. What did he do? Oh yeah, he twisted his ankle. As he went down, he went over on his right ankle. You could see it. Oh dear. Oh, let's just say that. Slippery Dicks, says Woodshedder. You're not wrong. We'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. Anyway, 78 minutes, 30 seconds gone. Change is made for Copenhagen. They got free kick from the left-hand side here. It's about 30 yards from goal, wide left. Chelsea holding defensive line edge of our penalty box. It's going to be a left foot in swinger from distance. Yeah, about 30 yards from goal. Cross comes in towards the penalty spot. Not dealt with. Free header, and they've scored. What a header that was. A great header from whoever that was, the centre half. And it's 2-1. Completely out, just completely outfoxed all of us. Our defence just was caught ball watching, and a free header at the back post. Pereira scored it. Now, the cross comes in, and it's an outswinger, and literally at the back post, over, who is it? Over Colwell's head. Dewsbury Hall's not marking, and the bloke heads in and scores. Literally heads it, rifles it into the roof of the net. 2-1. 78 minutes. 2-1. Deary me. So again, we make the team look good. Oh dear, I can't spell that. That'll do. Anyway, so back to the game. And Chelsea have got possession high inside their half on the left-hand side. It comes out to Dewsbury Hall, edge of the penalty box, but he's held up. Back out wide left to James, who gives it to Cucurella, and James has to come back inside to toss in. Top of the centre circle, 10 minutes plus injury time to go. James, left-hand side of centre, gives it to Nkunku, who's come off that line. Cucurella's on his outside, gives it back to Nkunku. Copenhagen, everyone behind the ball, sitting deep. Goes towards the halfway line with forced backwards, toss in. Chalobah, it's going to go back to the goalkeeper, and it does, just about. Sanchez out to Colwell, under pressure, give it away. He gets the ball away long. Tyreek George can't get it. He's knackered, George. Absolutely knackered. Yeah, he's gone down, George. Change needs to be made. Needs Neto to come on. He's worked his socks off, Tyreek George, second half. He's been all across the front line, making runs. He's been closing people down. He's been worked so hard second half. First half, he was just doing my head in. It's literally, so they're trying to replay of the goal, the corner of the goal, the free kick, from looking down the pitch, straight down the pitch. This bloke at the back, the Pereira who scored the header, is totally unmarked. And I think it's Dewsbury Hall's left him. Anyway, what's happened to George? Has he gone off? He's still on, George. He didn't get any medical assistance or anything. He's up. And they're playing on. So they played it up towards halfway. We win the first ball. James knocks the ball long to clear it. George is trying to go after it again. Change it, manager. Bring somebody else on for George. Anyway, Copenhagen with the ball. Edge of their own penalty box. Chelsea not really pressing with Nkunku. He then drifts back out to the left-hand side. Just for the ball, just 10 yards outside their own penalty box here, Copenhagen. Midfielder's got his foot on the ball. Chelsea backing off. He approaches up to halfway inside of his own half, and then he has to go backwards because we do press. Well done. Goalkeeper launches it wide right, our left-hand side. Colwell, good first header. Second ball won by Copenhagen, but I think it's Reece James has gone with the defender. James holding his head. Referee's given a free kick. Was it foot up on James's head? Colwell wins the first ball, does well with it. Reece James, he's taken one in the head. So James put his head where it hurts to win the challenge. Done well with it, Reece James. Well done. It's important that he did win it as well. Anyway, free kick to Chelsea centre circle. James is up. He's all good. Tosin takes it left-hand side to Colwell. Nkunku. Trying to find Cucurella, but the ball's too short. Cucurella tries to win it. Doesn't. Gives a free kick away. Free kick Copenhagen. On the right-hand side. Nkunku gives another free kick away. Giving stupid free kicks away now. So Copenhagen take it quickly back to their centre half. He's bottom of the centre circle with the ball in his own half here. Left-hand side, the left-back comes forwards. Just recently on as a substitute. Left-hand side here. Chalobah fronting him up. Played it inside Copenhagen. Ball to the edge of our penalty box to the striker. He plays it wide right. They've got a man over. Takes one touch. Back on his left foot. Cross comes in back post. Over everyone. But Sanchez is there easy to collect it. Bring it down. Slow it all down. Yeah, cross was too close to the goalkeeper. Far too close. Anyway, 84 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Sanchez, edge of his penalty box with the ball in his hands. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And he does. Too high. Sliced it. Can only make halfway. The Copenhagen players held it backwards. Now they launch it up to halfway. Chalobah's trying to get there with two defenders over him. Wins the other clattered. Referee gives a free kick. Chalobah's gone down. They call an offside. Not the challenge on Chalobah. It got an offside decision. Got sandwiched Chalobah by 2. Right, what's been given? Is it a throw-in? What is it? The throw-in. I think it's been taken quickly by us. Oh, no, it's a free kick. It was actually given as a free kick. The Copenhagen manager has been given a yellow card as well, by the way, for his complaints. Anyway, the ball's been given to Cucurella, and he claims he's been fouled. He got tackled. He's fallen on the ball, put his hands on the ball, and they're giving a free kick to Copenhagen. There was no foul. Right out on the byline, right-hand side. I'd say it's halfway inside of our half. And with that, all their defenders come forward. Referee's very much, he's very much bit of a job's worth here. Someone doesn't agree with him. He goes sprinting over to him like that, and he has a word with him. Right, so free kick to them. We got our defensive line is 5 yards outside of literally on the edge of our box. Ball, right foot. Someone else is booked now. Enzo's been booked. Somebody's fallen over. Who's been booked? I know the attacker's been booked. This referee's losing control of the game here. So there's RG Bargy trying to get position on the edge of the penalty box. And the big striker for them has gone over and hit the floor. And the referee's gone running over there and he's branded a yellow card at somebody. So Enzo thinks it's him and it isn't. It's the striker. Right. So we're back to the play now. So waiting for the free kick to be taken. Enzo did get booked and the striker got booked as well. Deary me. So with that, we're waiting for the free kick to be taken. This referee's card happy. Right. Cross comes in. Dealt with sort of half cleared and then tossing just, oh dear. He sliced his clearance. Copenhagen trying to keep the ball alive and they do. They don't. Got away with that tossing. Left foot shank. Just completely miskicked it out towards the corner flag. And luckily enough, we got a throw in from it. Not ideal anyway. But it's a Chelsea throw in deep inside of our own half. Left-hand side. Cucurella's pinched 5 yards. Takes a throw in quickly to Enzo and launches it first time. Up towards halfway. They bring it down and play it to the centre-back inside his own half at the minute. And he goes wide right. Chelsea doing well to press out together. Forcing the centre-back back to his goalkeeper. Well done, Chelsea. Goalkeeper plays the ball out to his left-hand side. Sancho comes across to meet him. Goes back to his centre-half edge of his own box. He's going to go square to the centre-half to the right-hand side of centre. He drives forward. Bit of urgency. And gives it to the right back on the halfway line. Press by Nkunku. Well done. Back to the centre-back. They're doing what we did first half. Awful. Now they play the ball left-hand side to the left-back. He's pushed on a little bit and Sancho's covered him. Halfway inside of our half at the minute. Back to the centre-half on the halfway line. Inside to the midfielder who takes a touch and turns and spins and goes back the other way to the centre-back. He collects it under pressure from George. Goes left-hand side. 5 yards inside their own half here at the minute, Copenhagen. Not really going anywhere at the moment. They've shifted us over. They've managed to get a little bit of space on the right-hand side. The ball goes into the striker who holds the ball up, lays it off to the midfielder who plays a big raking ball out to his left-hand side. The fullback collects it, turns inside towards the edge of our penalty box and just lays it back to the holding midfielder who's got a runner on the right-hand side who's asking for it. Cucurella's alive to it, sees it, heads it away, and it's a Copenhagen corner. 89 minutes gone. Was he off? No, he got back on side. Cucurella spotted it though. He was aware of it. Well done. So Copenhagen corner, 89th minute. On our left-hand side, their right wing. First corner of the game. There's still Argy Bargy on the penalty spot here. Referee's all over it. Get the ball away. Please get the ball away. Right. Corner's going to come in. Right foot outswinger. Somebody else is booked here. Who's booked now? Somebody else has been booked. Oh, my word. So now the referees have booked 4 players. He's backing off and he's going to walk into someone and the bloke's put his hands out and say, you're going to walk into me. Referee's turning when you're booked as well. It's like, he's the ultimate Jobsworth. Honestly, he goes to bed, he shines his yellow card. Is it all right? Can I go to bed now? Anyway, cross comes in, headed away at the near post by Chelsea. Well done. Comes back out to the corner taker, 30 yards from goal. Taking us on. He's got a player on the outside, tries to find him, but Chelsea with Reece James cuts it off. And well done, James. Holds the ball up, draws a foul. He did. Well done, Reece James. He's drawn him. It wasn't a foul, but he's drawn one. Well done. Free kick to Chelsea, 10 yards inside of our half on the left-hand side. Well done, Reece James. Well done. So, 4 minutes of injury time to go. We've had one corner in the game. The game's come alive second half for us, thank Christ. First half, I feel like I lost 45 minutes of my life. But we're a minute into injury time. We played the ball forward and Copenhagen have won its second ball. Edge of their own box here. Chelsea trying to press them high. They played out to the right-hand side, looking to play a long ball over the top, but Chelsea do well to block it off. And Nkunku working hard. They've gone back to the goalkeeper, Copenhagen keeper. Out to his left-hand side to the winger who's had to drop in, and he plays the ball up the line. Chalobah gets there first. No, it was actually Tosin who got there first to find Chalobah. Chalobah then was fouled, and while he's on the floor, ball's on the floor, someone's tried to kick him in the ball at the same time. Chalobah doesn't like it. The captain who's been booked is having a word with the referee, and he's not happy with the referee. Referee's telling him to go away. Referee's lost control. He's actually booted Chalobah, not the ball. He's booted Chalobah, so Chalobah's just pushed him away. Anyway, the result is it's a free kick to Chelsea, 10 yards inside their half on the right-hand side, right in front of Enzo Maresca. Minute 52 gone of 4 minutes of injury time. If Chelsea go full strength for Stamford Bridge next week with wingers, we'll beat this lot 4-5. Anyway, we've played the ball up to Tyreek George on the byline, up by the corner flag, try and waste some time. He's done well with three defenders around him, helped by Sancho. It's off for a Copenhagen throw-in, 10 yards from the corner flag, deep inside their own half. Chelsea trying to box them in with 6 players, and they give it straight to Chalobah, just heads it straight out of play. So it's another throw-in to Copenhagen, who are halfway inside their own half now. 2 minutes 27 gone of 4 minutes. They take the throw back to the centre half. It goes back to the goalkeeper. Loose touch from him, but lucky enough gets it out of his feet to the right back. And there's Nkunku trying to shut him down again. He's learnt this time, so he plays it inside. Playing little triangles to try and play out. And they've managed to play out as well, Copenhagen. Up to halfway now. Looking for a long ball over the top. Sort of stopped by us. They play the ball inside. And Dewsbury Hall does well to try and deflect the ball away. George wins it. James, Fernandez, Cucurella, just inside of our half. Little ball forward into their half to Dewsbury Hall, who's worked it up to try and find Nkunku on the byline. Ball's gone out of play. Copenhagen throwing. Taken quickly back to his centre-back. 50 seconds of normal time, of injury time to go, sorry. Copenhagen with a bit of urgency. Come forward to halfway. Put the foot on the ball and play a 10-yard ball square. Looking for an out ball. They go back to the left-hand side of centre and the ball over the top. In behind Sancho to the left back. Brings the ball down, tries to cross it. It comes deflected off of Sancho for Copenhagen throwing right by the corner flag. So, Copenhagen take it. Looking for an option. 15 seconds of injury time to go. So, he's indicating a long throw now. He doesn't. He goes back to centre half. He chests it down. Plays it back to him. Back to centre half. Cross comes into the far post. Sanchez underneath it all day long. Collects it. Falls down on a heap on the floor. And that should be it. It should be it. And it is. The referee blows for full time. Copenhagen 1. Chelsea 2. The game sprung to life second half. Thank Christ. Changes were made by Enzo Maresca. And the changes paid off within a minute of the second half, starting with a goal from Reece James. Nkunku and Cucurella, the architects, shutting down on the right-hand corner by the corner flag, the right back, win back the ball. Nkunku plays it into the feet of Tyreek George, and he looks up, left corner of the penalty box. He looks up, plays the ball back inside, and there is Reece James, who literally on the edge of the penalty box just strikes the ball home from distance. And then Enzo Fernandez with another one to make it 2-0. Well played, Chelsea, eventually. So we got ourselves a 2-1 win to take them back to Stamford Bridge. And from what I've seen, if we play a strong team, no disrespect to Copenhagen, we should be putting them away. But it took us 46 minutes to figure the game out. And the game changed because we pressed them by a corner flag and won the ball back. That's how this game changed. But apart from that, I have to say the first half was dire, absolute dire. And second half, got the 2 goals. It's just not ideal that we conceded, let's just say that. But we got ourselves an important 2-1 win away from home in the Europa Conference League. So thank you all for watching the stream. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. And thanks, Daffy, again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for your messages in the chat. Thanks for posting your comments up. And I will see you all again very, very soon. I'm not always going to stick around, but there's no point. It'll be too negative. Let's just take the fact that we've won the game and 3 points. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button for me if you haven't done so already. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good few days, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks, guys. Take care of yourselves. See ya.